What about those predictions, Augustus? We said, 4-0 on the side of Panathinaikos, but Olympiacos is on top.
Wow, man. Once again, Panathinaikos can defend their home court against Olympiacos in the Greek derby in the EuroLeague.
In the EuroLeague, yeah. It's fifth year in a row they lose against Olympiacos at home in the EuroLeague.
But I just wanted to say what an amazing game of basketball, actually. It finished in like 1 hour 45 minutes, 1 hour 50. And the second half was just ridiculous. High quality, making shots. And the crazy stat about that game was that
in the third quarter,
third quarter, there was one period where both teams made 16 shots, 16 field goals in a row. There were some turnovers, but the shot making was on point. Sometimes the defense was not so good, but just to make 16 shots in a row, it's...
I'll go as bold as to say that Greek derby not just delivered what they, would have delivered anyways in terms of atmosphere, intensity, and all that, but in general, they delivered the best game of the EuroLeague season so far in terms of qualities, at least in my eyes.
Seen a lot of games, but I probably agree. I mean, the stakes were just, you have to involve what's at stake. It's probably the first spot in the regular season, not right now, but in looking at the long term. And
let's talk about the most important part, the end of the game. It seemed like Panathinaikos actually finally came back. Slukas hit those 2 free throws. They had the lead for the first time. Before that, they tied the game for the first time. But then Evan Fournier, out of nowhere, I mean, not completely out of nowhere, we've seen his form rise, but he gets one rainbow three over, I don't remember who was defending him, a crazy
I think
one
Jedi Osman.
At the end of the shot clock. Then he gets another shot from the corner, wide open. He steps on the line, it's a 2-pointer, doesn't matter. And then he gets the ball, runs across the court, runs by the baseline, nobody picks him up. Another 3 from the corner, game is over. Insane.
That's why they paid the big bucks to Evan Fournier. And our colleague, Donatas, that couldn't be here with us, reacting to this game like immediately, like 5 minutes after it ended. He's like, my apologies as well, Viva Fournier. That's his message. And that first shot was pure class from Fournier. He was hot all game. Finished with 22 points, 9 of 16 shooting from the field, 4 assists, only 1 turnover. Amazing game from him. But then the next 2 shots, I was surprised. Well, okay, maybe not that surprised, but Panathinaikos defense in the crucial moments of the game, terrible, I would say. First, that shot from Fournier in the corner, it all started with Slukas and Juancho, 2 on the ball against Thomas Walkup. How that can happen in the heat of the game, I know it's, you're focused, but you just can't have it. Like, they left Sasha Vezenkov wide open, and they were 2 on the ball on Thomas Walkup. That's a miscommunication you can't have. Extra pass by Sasha. Bad pass. So PAO
very bad pass, actually.
PAO have time to come back and close out, but Fournier still hits that shot. Kudos to him. And then just leaving Fournier with the ball alone. That was mind-boggling to me, and it cost them the game, but you cannot take away anything from Olympiacos and Evan Fournier in the end.
Yeah, there are many names we're going to mention, I think, breaking down this game, and we can probably go sort of chronologically from the beginning of the game. Actually, Fournier started the game well as well, forcing Ataman to change his starting lineup within the first 2 minutes maybe, because Ataman went out with Lorenzo Brown, Kendrick Nunn, Jerian Grant, Juancho Hernangomez, and Matias Lezord. So 3 guards. We've never seen him play this lineup so far in terms of in the starting lineups in all the other 7 EuroLeague games. Very quickly, Jerian Grant got subbed out. It wasn't really for anything major. He just got one Fournier's 3 in the face. but that was a well-contested shot. Anyways, Papapetru got subbed in quite quickly, and it was just a very rough start for Panathinaikos offensively, because Olympiacos' defense, I mean, we talk about it the whole season, but it's one of those things that is incredible to watch with the not just the length, but like just generally speaking, the defense they have. They couldn't like give any spaces to Panathinaikos. They were turning the ball over or shooting shots that were heavily contested. So we got that 1-11 start for Olympiacos. And Olympiacos as usual. We're talking about Sasha Vezenkov. We're talking about the off-ball movement. Nothing new there.
I had this thought about the second quarter and basically in general the whole game about Olympiacos choosing to play the switch all defense, even with the centers. And just my couple of thoughts. First one, why Panathinaikos did not go that often, did not target Sasha Vezenkov. That was my question, because they did that in their derby game in the local league. And now they chose to attack the Milutinov, the Moses Wright, the Mustafa Fall, and Olympiacos switched like for 80-90% of the time. And then I have a couple of thoughts. You know, Lazor did not touch the ball in the first half at all. He was frustrated, but, you know, Panathinaikos just couldn't give him the ball because, of course, Olympiacos denying the post. But then it's like there is no team movement on how to beat that. And, you know, we are talking about how to beat certain defenses. And it was a switch-all defense. And I did not see any kind of whatsoever like movements, switch beaters, except for playing one-on-one. And you're not making, as a coach, Ergin Ataman, he did not make this game easier for his team. I was surprised he did not call a timeout until there was like 39th minute of the game. But I saw like one slip screen against switch all. Just static isolation, one-on-one. You have all the talent. I understand that. You have Kendrick Nunn, you have Lorenzo, you have Slukas. And but that point was missing to me, and
yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna add to your point that Panathinaikos was really living off fast break points. Just all the points they scored in the first half, most of them were from transition baskets. And when they got into half court offense, like you said, got stuck, isolation plays, and if you miss the shot and you don't get the offensive rebound, you're just wasting a possession, right? And on the other side, even though Olympiacos maybe didn't make their shots that they created, they were creating quite good looks for themselves. But Nikola Milutinov steps into the game, changes the game in such a big way, because some possessions, Panathinaikos gets a stop, it seems. You know, it could be a stop, then maybe you run on a fast break, as they were doing a lot. But Milutinov gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out, a three-pointer. Milutinov gets the offensive rebound, repeats the basket from under the basket, gets another 2 points. And it's just like these kind of 6, 7, 8 points that could have been, you know, on the other side. Actually, he got what is it? 6 offensive rebounds.
6 offensive rebounds.
6 offensive rebounds.
Out of 10 for the whole team.
By the end of second quarter, I think it was 6 offensive rebounds to 0 in terms of team rebounds.
It was after 15 minutes, and I wrote down to myself, like, that's the energy. That's the difference in the energy the two teams have. And you're playing in Athens, you're playing in OAKA, which was super lively in the second half when Panathinaikos were doing good. But Olympiacos did such an amazing job in the first half. OAKA was kind of more silent, you know, than usual. Then when PAO started getting back in the game, they were making all the shots. Then there was a lot of energy in the building. But the Reds did everything in their power to actually stop the, you know, energy from OAKA.
Yeah, they were sort of like, if you could say, like putting out all the fires, you know, like Panathinaikos is getting back. Even that episode in the second quarter at the end where Slukas hit like a crazy leaner three-pointer, then another shot, and then it's like 5-point game. It seems like it's going to end like that. I think it was 33-28 33, 38, something like that. Seems like there's going to be 5 points going into the half, and then quick outlet pass to Vezenkov and one, and you got 8 points again. So those kind of things. Then, of course, Panathinaikos started the third quarter really well, like with those. Lazort actually just had a revival in that quarter. I think it was 8 points, almost maybe in a row, but those 3 powerful dunks. Then just 8 points in 3 minutes, if I counted correctly. Attacking those switches, getting the ball under the rim where he's really unstoppable. I feel like he does one too many pump fakes sometimes because he gets the space, gets the person in the air, and then keeps doing the pump fakes. I'm just like, go up and dunk, man. And when he does, he gets the points anyways. But the point being that Lazort actually opened up some spaces for Panathinaikos on that half-court offense because he started attracting some help, then kicking the ball out, or at least giving the ball to someone else. Then that person extra pass, wide open three-pointer. It got a bit better for Panathinaikos, but like we said, Olympiacos just kept hitting every shot actually in that third quarter and the fourth quarter.
One thing I wanted to add about PAO and one thing about Ali. One thing about PAO is for sure Juancho Hernan Gomez. He had some not great moments, as I already mentioned, in the defense, but at the same time, he had some steals that led to transition points. He had some three-pointers, like just against that switch-all defense. The only thing that PAO were doing it was the high-low cut. He cuts from the corner to up top and just shoots a three-pointer and makes it against Sasha Vezenkov. So it's a bright spot that Juancho is playing well. I think offensively, 36 minutes today, 13 points, 6 rebounds. In 36 minutes, you're going to have some mistakes defensively. And about Olympiacos. Do you remember that sequence where they scored 4 times from the same play?
5 actually. One was after an offensive rebound, but
exactly.
What was that play? Thomas Walkup gets the ball in the corner.
Thomas Walkup gets the ball in the corner to post, but he's not actually looking to do that. He's looking for what is happening on the weak side, and what is happening on the weak side is, I think Fournier, after passing the ball to Walkup, goes to set a screen together with Mustafa Fall, like a stagger screen for Vezenkov. And then Vezenkov just chooses what to do. Either he's like curling after the first screen, either he's going around the second screen, either he's like rejecting the stagger and going back door immediately. And he did one thing for one time, then he switched it up. That's 4 points already. Then there was like a skip pass to the other corner. And basically,
there was one where Fournier gets an off-ball screen and kind of comes to that corner.
First time, Vezenkov used the one screen. Second time, he used the 2 screens. Third time, I think, after the first screen, he turns around and sets the screen for Fournier. And PAO are like, oh my God, what is happening with this off-ball movement? And it was so beautiful to watch. And after the 5th time, they miss a shot finally. PAO finally understand what is going on, and then there's Milutinov getting an offensive rebound and scoring after. So it was just amazing to watch, and at the same time, just how can you not be able to defend that play for 4 times in a row? But it's just ridiculous.
For Panathinaikos, I felt like they lacked some better performance from Lorenzo Brown. He only played 9 minutes. Really, when he got on the bench and Slukas came in, changed the game. I mean, with Yurtseven, we started seeing some pick and roll action. Later on, we saw the same with Lazor. But generally speaking, Slukas was the playmaker in this game, the one that you can rely on. He made some tough shots as well that were important, but not too many, but mostly facilitating for others. And I wanted to just say about Kendrick Nunn's hops. He blocked Milutinov. Do you remember that block? I was just so impressed by that block because he jumped so early. He jumps up, blocks Milutinov. He gets a little bit of his arm, so it's a foul. Then he out-jumped, I think it was Vezenkov on the jump ball in the 4th quarter where there was a jump ball situation. So, and then he had like a 2-hand dunk as well. I was just like, this guy, Kendrick Nunn, I mean, he's only like 6'3" or something, but he gets up way more than we expect. Otherwise, obviously, talking about the end, yeah, we already said about Fournier.
Oh, bro, I'm just reading the comments now after my Twitter post asking. That's actually the last thing I wanted to address: the Ataman rule, the Ataman call that
where
we
the
have.
technical happened.
Yeah, where the technical happened. Like Olympiacos had a fast break, and Todd Warnick, who is a referee expert. He told that thing in one of our episodes that there is this
It's
rule,
like unwritten rule.
Ataman rule where a coach just gets a technical on purpose to stop the fast break in order like to try to
stop the fast
break, allow the one free throw instead of allowing 2 or 3 points. It actually didn't work because Fournier after that scored also the 2 points, so it actually ended up being 3 points. But I wrote this post and now I'm seeing the Panathinaikos fans comments and just they're not happy.
But that's the thing with this rule. Just to make it clear, it seems like it wasn't addressed the right way, because what Todd said, that the referees have an agreement to prevent this from happening, because Ergin Ataman is known for doing this for a long time now. To prevent it, they throw out the coach. So he technically should have been ejected. I'm not sure if it's because it's an unwritten rule or something that it didn't happen, but it's not supposed to be just a technical. But to prevent, like I said, even the coaches to attempt this, they should know that if you do it, you get ejected. But anyways, also at the end, Coach Ataman was saying that the play where 2 players, I think Lazor and Brown, touched the ball where they almost got a steal. Fournier threw the pass. Neither of the PAO players could catch it, and the ball went to the other side of the court, went out of bounds, and it was Olympiacos ball. They almost got a steal there. The shot clock said 14, so obviously Ergin Ataman said, look at the shot clock. They didn't make it over the half court in time. But we reviewed that episode actually just after the game, and the ball was over the half court line at 16 or even 17 seconds left on the shot clock. So there was no... First of all, you cannot review this kind of a play like we learned in the game where Barcelona got that extra possession. But otherwise, also, it wasn't even an incorrect decision there. Anything else said? I mean, just to say at the end, I wanted to say that actually it's not very important. I was just thinking about those empty seats, but that's whatever. That's probably just for the safety of Olympiacos players, so that nobody's behind the bench. I guess that's why.
If you happen to know why there was some empty seats, just write down in the comments. But I just wanted to say that it was a great game. Pleasure to watch.
Incredible.
Both teams delivered, and just a great Greek derby experience once again.